Hey everyone, welcome back and happy, well, Monday. All right, guys. Well, again, I've said this in every other video today, but I was really hoping for a hot, messy topics today. And I was sitting there going through my phone last night. Jason said, I'm excited for hot, messy topics. I said, yeah, me too. And he's like, what's been going on this weekend? And I said, you know what? That's kind of crazy. Like, nothing. No divorces, no DUIs, no new babies, no breakups, no makeups, no firings, no hirings, no estrangements, no foreclosures. Honestly, it just sounds like the Bravo universe had a good weekend. So listen, we're not mad at you guys because where there's calm, there is a storm a brewing. Now, with that, we're back to talk about PK with his Dorit Kemsley lookalike, and then also Phaedra Parks. Like, honestly, I just feel like girl got busted. And I'm going to explain why. Smash the like button, show some love, and let's jump right in. Let's start with Mr. Paul Kemsley over here because we know that he's going through his divorce from Dorit Kemsley. And listen, she has made it very well known that he is a man of the town. He comes every Saturday and he spends time with his kids for a couple hours. And that's if he makes it on a Saturday. According to her, that is how she claims the relationship is. But from what we heard, he was dating a woman named Shamea Morton, who ended up going to his wedding to Dorit with Ryan Seacrest, which is very interesting. She was on The Amazing Race, and she's in her 50s now, so this was clearly quite some time ago. And that is not an ages thing, so don't make it one. But no, I think that we have seen this already one other time where he was linked with a woman who was reportedly going to be joining either the Ladies of London or Housewives of London, the Real Housewives of London. I'm not sure. And even Boy George came out and was like, this is not a thing. You guys are making something into something that it is not. Just because he's single, he's going through a divorce, does not mean that he is romantically linked to this woman. Now I'm wondering if somebody is going to come out with this as well. But social media users compared this woman to a blend of Dorit and also Meredith Marks, pretty much saying that they acknowledge what his type is. And if you guys have not seen the woman, oh, well, leave it to me. Leave it to me and Bravo and Cocktails, because here she is. And she does look like a Dorit. She's very posh. I mean, she's stunning. She kind of looks like Dorit to me. Okay, why are her jeans so cute? That's all I saw, really. How is he pulling all of these women? I thought he was broke. Thought this was Dorit, to be honest. At least she's age appropriate. She's actually kind of cute. Isn't it 8,000 degrees in New York City? Whoever she is, I love her style. She looks like Dorit and Meredith Marks had a baby together. Okay. Well, it looks like we have the internet in a tizzy. Listen, at the end of the day, Dorit filed for divorce. They're divorcing. They can technically do whatever she wants. You know, what I love to see, it's funny because we see the men, we see Dorit's estranged husband, PK, come out with multiple women. We see Mauricio come out with multiple women. We see the men coming out with multiple women. And I'm like, when is it going to be the women's time? Like, let me see Dorit with them. Not saying she needs a man, but let me see you with some hot hunk, you know? Bring out the big guns. Bring out the man. Show us some money. Show us the opulent lifestyle. Oh, you're all of a sudden what? Dating Dr. Diamond? Can you imagine? No, I don't know. I'm just saying. But let's get into this too. The Phaedra Parks of it all on last night's finale episode. Let me just say, there was a man named Marcus who ended up confronting Angela Oakley at Kelli's event, and then he was invited to her gala, and he claimed that he started or heard a rumor that Charles Oakley had cheated on her. And so her and Drew Sidora decided to orchestrate this meetup with him. And when they did, they asked him, who was it? Who was it that gave you the information? And he was so quiet. And she was like, would you feel more comfortable just writing it down? Do you want to put it in my phone? Here you go. Do you want to? Here's my phone. And he was like, I'll put it in the phone. So puts it in the phone. But then what I didn't understand, there there are reasons that I think that it was Phaedra and reasons that I'm like, I'm very curious as to what was going on. The reason that I'm curious as to what's going on is Phaedra was only there for 10 days while filming. Do I think that that means that she can't get messy? No, I don't. But it was Kelli's event that the guy was invited to. Kelli claims that she doesn't know who the guy is, but Angela kind of pins it on Kelli before even inviting Marcus into the fray. When Marcus comes over, Charles Oakley ends up entering into the chat saying, "Get the f- out of here. Don't play with my name. You don't know me. I'm not playing with you. Get your ass and get out of my event." Okay. Well, Angela was like, "No, he's staying." So then he stayed. So then he sits down at the table with a group of girls and, well, women from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And they were like, "So who told you?" And he said, "It was Phaedra." And Phaedra goes, "What?" Now, that what was very reminiscent of the Ken or the Todd and I was going to say Ken Todd, the Todd and Candy situation when it came to the dungeon that got her fired in the first place. Because she literally would have taken that one to the grave had Porsha not thrown her under the bus. But that's not what happened. She didn't take it to the grave because once Porsha threw her under the bus, girl didn't have anywhere to go but under the bus. But now I'm looking at it like, if this man is coming up to you and he's saying that you handed him an envelope, all of the women are coming to your defense and saying she's too smart. Auntie Feifei is what they said. Auntie Feifei is too smart to drop off receipts like an envelope. She would never do that. Well, now my next question is if in fact there was an envelope, why wouldn't you bring the envelope with you? It's kind of like the same question I had for Craig Conover. If in fact you did have a wedding ring for Paige, why did you not bring it to New York for the reunion? Why did you not bring it to Watch What Happens Live? Oh, because that day you gave it back to the jeweler, right? It doesn't add up. So if he did have this receipt, he should have brought it. But then I also look at it, guys, because I'm playing devil's advocate in my head. It's like a fucking ping pong match. And I'm sitting here and I'm going back and forth. If he did not actually have it, and you have the goal and the audacity to sit across from somebody and look at them in the face and be like, "You're the one who gave that to me. You found me, you sought me out, and you gave me an envelope. Didn't you?" And you can look at somebody just straight up like that and know that you're telling a bold-faced lie. That is a dangerous, dangerous person. That is somebody who you don't want in your friend circles at all. But Phaedra did go on Watch What Happens Live, especially last night, and she was like, Andy, like how in the you think after I got fired for everything that I did in the past and I got benched or whatever you guys want to say, put on pause, you think that I was going to do this again to somebody? I love marriage. My marriage was completely ripped apart on TV. Why would I wish that for somebody else's marriage? I'm like, you're saying all the right things, but you're also an attorney. And regardless, I don't even give a shit. Let me just say, I love Auntie Feifei. I love Phaedra. I think Phaedra is great for the show. I'm just saying, I don't know if I'm buying the shit that you're selling. And that's my opinion. I think that Phaedra is guilty in this matter. But okay. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Pop off, smash the like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time.